front there, front of the line. It's pretty cool, but you know, we're careful.
Nice, man. I mean, that's good. It's good to hear, man. It's funny to see each panel have a different story about what they're doing and how they're taking the show during this downtime, man. And so, just like we had the interview yesterday, he's actually working in the hospital. He's on the front lines.
Yes,
but you're also in the front lines in a completely different way, but nevertheless still in the battle.
Pretty much, man. Because you know, for example, we have 4 clients here, and some of our clients we have to take them off their meds because their immune system's so compromised based on some medication. So you know, it's scary, and you're like, okay, well, if we take them off the med, what's going to happen? You know, and you know, we just play it by ear, man. I want this thing to be over, guys. Believe me, I want to get back to normal as soon as possible, but I want to be careful. I'm willing to stick it out, you know, for as long as possible, but it's, you know, I'm cabin fever. Believe me, up here in the mountains where it's 65 mile per hour winds right now. It's crazy. And I'm in San Diego.
Wow.
San Diego. Wow. Crazy.
Sal, where'd you say that was?
In Boulevard. So halfway, if you're in El Cajon, halfway to El Centro via the 8. If you guys noticed a Golden Acorn Casino out there, if you've ever drove to El Centro, like right there, let's say, right there, yeah. So you know, I make my weekly runs, man, for my beer and stuff, but man, it's crazy. It's crazy over here. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're way down there.
Damn.
Well, you guys got any questions for us or what?
Hold on, let's try to get each person a couple of minutes. Brian, what's going on with you? Where are you?
Well, wait, Brian, hold on. Don't you know the name Brian? Don't you know Brian's name?
Yeah, but still, the other people may not.
No, but Brian, you didn't you tweet us the other day that you'd gone to Tory Holistics?
Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out, Scott. Matter of fact, I have some good news to report today. So on Saturday, we were trying everything to figure out. My dad's got end-stage COPD, no energy, no appetite, nauseous, can't eat solids. So, you know, I made a trip over here to his house in San Marcos. My parents live. This is where I grew up, and I'm here right now today trying to give him some support. But yeah, I was able to get a delivery of edibles from Tory Holistics. So big shout out to Ruthie and the team. And you know, convincing someone from his era to try something like that was a gargantuan effort. But he was willing to try anything because he was in so poor health. And then so we started him on that almost immediately when we received it. And then finally today, he's starting to eat. And I've been going in there every 10 minutes to make him sip a smoothie that I made him. So he's starting to get a little energy. I'm doing exercise with him on the bed in there. But it's going to be an uphill battle. We'll see what happens.
What did you say was wrong with your dad?
He's got like a real bad COPD, pretty much end stage. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks with pneumonia. And we're trying to get him out of there again because you can't visit and we don't want to die in there.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
But in other news, I have some other topics, Brown, if you'd like to talk about.
Do that. I mean, obviously, it's big up to you for taking care of your family.
Cheers to your dad, man. Cheers to your dad. You know,
shout out
and love to your family, dog.
Thanks, guys. Man. Yeah, appreciate it. My mom, she's an angel. She's been doing this all herself, and well, got to take a drink when you get cheers, right?
Right on.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, she's probably exhausted right now emotionally. So I just came over here to help a little bit today, and my sister's coming down tomorrow, and then my other sister on Thursday. So hopefully we can tag team and help them out somehow.
All right, what else you got?
Oh, basketball, Browner. I'm talking about Scott and BR 3-on-3 charity basketball tournament, sponsored by Corky's or main title sponsor with subsidiary sponsors at different levels, and
I'm bringing Kevin Garnett. I'm bringing Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
nobody's bringing Kevin Garnett.
Browner, me and a couple buddies, Browner and Bushler and whatever third wheel you want. Me and a couple of buddies could take you guys down. I was playing with Keenan Allen at 24 Hour last year, or maybe it was a couple of years now, when they were still down here. And, I was trying to guard him. He went right around me every time, made me look like a slow old white guy. But then Melvin Gordon was on my team, and he wouldn't pass, and we lost to Keenan Allen's team.
He wouldn't pass.
It's like Keenan Allen's going up for a layup, and you're right underneath the hoop, and it comes down on your ankle. You're like, you're going to screw the Chargers. I just can't believe that they do that during the season.
This happened during the season?
I think it was like right before the season, or maybe like right before training camp started.
Wow.
So anyway, that's an idea for a tournament or some charity event.
So we have so before the station went down and kind of before this, while we were still doing a podcast, I'm working on the 3-on-3, but we want to kind of get everything settled before we launch something of that magnitude, because I want it to be big. I wanted to represent San Diego. I wanted to represent kind of what we're doing going forward. So I want to include more people. And so the 3-on-3 idea is out there. It's on one of the stovetop.
Dude,
that we're currently,
you're practicing because you don't want to lose again.
Well, that's true. I ain't that. No, yeah. I can't play myself like that again.
All right.
What do you guys do the Olympics? What about the Scott and Browner?
Once we're allowed to go outside, that is the number one thing on my list, dude. The number one thing on my list is the Browner versus Kaplan thing.
Man. We gotta do something.
We're Hunter Kaplan Olympics.
Yep. Did we figure out the 10 events that we were going to participate in?
I wrote them down somewhere.
Yeah, Alex got them.
No, he wrote them down somewhere. It doesn't mean he has them.
Well, writing down means my phone.
Oh. Do you want to know how bad this is me? So like this desk where I'm sitting right now has become like my main desk in my house. This table, we didn't have it. This computer that I'm using right now was over here. Browner would use it for production. But once we started this, I needed like the best computer we had. And I am the worst note taker of all time, because I should be doing what Alex is doing. But here's how I take my notes. Like I'll be sitting here during the mornings and I'll be on the phone. Here's some notes. Here's some notes.
Yep.
Here's some notes.
Yep.
Here's some notes. Here's some more notes. And I have no idea what I've written any of these notes about. I don't know what the hell they're all. I don't know what they are.
It's very easy to just write them on your phone.
Yeah. or get a journal.
God, it's terrible. I should get a diary like Browner.
Yeah.
Come on, man. No, dude. It's a journal. Don't call it a diary. I told you 50 times.
The man purse.
All right, if we're going to talk to everybody, I want to know if Mark Mailman is your actual last name or if you're a mailman.
Yeah, I'm a mailman. Not my last name.
Where them stimulus checks at then, mailman?
Mailman has them all.
Mail. Sorry, man.
I just tagged the wrong person on Instagram then. I tagged Mark Mailman. That's not you?
Well, thanks, Mark, for keeping the mail coming during COVID.
Yeah, what's it like being a mailman during this time? What kind of precautions are you guys taking?
Well, speaking for myself, 6 weeks ago, so right about the time this thing was shutting down, I was shooting some hoops with my son, and I tore my calf muscle. So I have been off work for 6 weeks because normally I'm listening to you guys, while I'm doing the route and, doing all that stuff. But so I had kind of caught the beginning of it. We become UPS basically. So we'll deliver your toilet paper and all that good stuff. And, we just, they have signs on the doors of the mail truck saying, please social distance. And, we can just throw packages up at your front door if we need to without seeing you, and sign your name if we need to, on certified. But sorry, I don't know when those checks are coming. Hopefully soon. Get direct deposit.
Direct deposit, dude.
Do you want to know something about that, though, real quick? Okay, all right. By a show of hands, who here has received a stimulus check? Who's received one? Okay, of those that have received, 4 of us, anybody get a mail check, like a physical hard copy check?
No, not yet.
No.
Okay, so yesterday I'm on the phone with my mother. She's a Yenta. She's like, so, did you get your stimulus check? And I said, no, Ma, I haven't gotten my stimulus check yet. And she goes, well, you should go to irs.gov and you should find out where your check is. So I'm literally following my mother's instructions. Yeah.
By the way, Scott sounds exactly like his mother. He is not exaggerating it at all.
No
dude.
exaggeration.
No exaggeration.
Have her on the show. You need to have her on the show. This is hilarious.
So my mom tells me to go on to irs.gov, and I did. And you can actually put in your information, like your address and your name or whatever. And then it told me your stimulus check is expected to be sent on the 15th of the month. So now I actually have a reason to want to go to the mailbox. Like right now I'm trying to avoid the mailbox. Like, fuck, people are looking for me.
That's right.
Mark Mailman took it.
Mark Mailman took it.
There you go.
All right, who haven't we asked a question? Jose Sanchez, where are you?
So,
Well, with you.
I live in Temecula, and I've been a long time great friend. I remember the very first day on 690 when Scott came on.
No way.
Yeah, and I remember those days. It was it seemed like BR. They were trying to find somebody to do the show with, and I remember the first day you came on, Scott, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And and then you just started growing on me, and I just continued listening. And basically, your show became my favorite show on 690.
Wow, thanks, man.
I've been listening since then.
I keep watching.
And then I forget how many years ago, but since you ended up doing your Ironman.
Yeah.
Back then, I was just running marathons and stuff like that, and I saw you come across the finish line. I sent you emails some few years back, and I saw you come across the finish line. I said, you know what? That's something I like to try to do. But before then, I was like, I was watching an Ironman, and I remember my wife said, you don't want to do that, right? Do you? I go, hell no. I go, those fuckers are crazy, man. And I see Scott come across the finish line one day, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna train. I'm gonna try to do one of those. So I eventually, did a couple of halves. I did a full Ironman, and I could literally say that this guy inspired me that day. And so,
wow.
Not without getting corny or anything like that. And
too late.
Yeah. So, I grew up in Chula Vista, and I've been in Temecula since 2002. So.
Well, Jose, first of all, congratulations for everybody that's watching. When somebody has done an Ironman and you find out that someone else has done an Ironman, it's total instant respect. I know all the amount of time this guy put into training. I know the sacrifices he had to make, the strains on the relationships in his life. I mean, everything. Once you told me you're an Ironman, that's it. I know what I need to know about you.
Yeah.
I'm curious, which Ironman did you wind up doing, the full Ironman?
Arizona.
Really? And how did you enjoy it? Did you have a good experience?
Yeah, I did. The thing is that course, it's really windy, right? So you get crosswinds, front, headwinds, backwinds. It's you're all over the place because you think Arizona is just flat and it's going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But that last 2-3 miles of the marathon portion, at that point you're going to do it. But still coming across the finish line and having your family there, I had some friends over, and it was just like, to this day, that was in 2013. And so that, I haven't forgot that day. Yeah. So it's one of those things that people ask, why do you want to do it? And you say to yourself, because I want to know what it feels like.
Yeah.
You want to actually feel the stupid pain.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird, suffering is a strange thing, how when you get into endurance sports, you just want that pain of suffering. It's just an amazing feeling. By the way, I got to say thank you very much for sharing that, because honestly, like when I hear that, you got to remember, I did my Ironman 10 years ago, and I swear to God, to everybody on this call, every single day of my life, I call on that. I call on it every day, because no matter what, not to get off on a preachy thing here, but like nobody's life is perfect. You know what I mean? And when you don't like to fail at things, like I don't like to fail at things. And when you get divorced, right? Divorce is like, Marianne, I don't know if you agree with this, but it's like one of the most painful, like you feel like such a failure, at least I did. I felt like such a failure because I got divorced. And then I just kept thinking to myself, when I was on that run course and I was at about the 13-mile mark of the run, I could look over to the west and I could see the sun setting. And I thought to myself, what am I doing out here? And then I thought, I asked for this, and there was only this and this. These were the only two things that existed right there for me at that moment. And just every day in life, it's hard. And so I just remember feeling like just keep going, one foot in front of the other. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. And even today, I don't even know where I'm trying to make it to, but I'm going to make it, you know, because I just keep putting one foot in front of the other, you know?
And did you
No
get
failure, Scott?
Did you get people along this? I remember in the run portion at like mile 3, you still got 22 to go. Am I doing my math right? No, you still got 24 to go. No, 20. Yeah, shit. 23. You got 23 miles to go. Anyways, and I would get people say, "You're almost there." I go, "Shit, I got 23 miles to go." Technically, on the, you know, you're on the last portion of the race, so you are almost there. But
It's interesting.
It was
You know, on one of your podcasts, you shared how doing the Ironman might have hurt your marriage. Whether or not that would have worked out if you didn't do it or not, who knows? But the very thing that you did in achieving the marathon or the Ironman helped you get through the divorce and every other life challenge that you have.
True. I mean, not an Ironman's not necessarily the answer for everybody, but it was for me. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. And then once I could prove to myself that I could do that, I felt like I could do anything. So look, I mean, just think about the last year, and I'm just using myself as an example because I'm sure everybody here has their own story. But within the last year, call it 13, 14 months, we went from the beginning of 2019 to all of a sudden the radio station is gone to I'm trying to put it back on. I can't do it. Darren Smith, I thought I had him waiting for me. He left and took off before I could get him signed. And then the radio station thing didn't happen. And then, you know, it's like, what are we going to do here and try and survive? And all of this, by the way, I never talked about this on the air, but amongst all of us, I'll tell you, I mean, I had a brutal divorce. And it wasn't just the divorce. It was the year after the divorce. And I really don't even want to say very much because as Alex and John can tell you, it turns into a mess for me when I talk about this in public.
Oh yeah, I'm recording this, so.
Yeah, so you might want to.
You guys might see
turn this
yourself
boat
on,
around.
You guys might see yourself on the show tomorrow.
Let it all out, Capo. We're here for you.
But I just
no. Listen, don't let them
do this shit, man.
Capo,
I ain't taking no more episodes down.
Come on, let it flow, baby. Just let it flow.
We're here for you, buddy.
I'm not taking any more episodes down, man.
That's why we're here for you, man.
So,
if you could see what's going on in my real life right now, like usually I'm sitting here and I'm watching the show and I'm involved in the conversation. Right now I have the show on my phone. My son, who's 20, who's just gotten home. This used to be his bedroom. He's just walked into the room. No, he's not hungover from his birthday, but you know, he did pass out face first. I walked in this room last night at 1:00 in the morning. His 2 buddies are sitting right here trying to record a podcast. These two are fucking sitting in my office trying to record a podcast. Now this guy's just walking around. I mean, it's like, what's going on?
Gun show,
man.
Yeah.
Farmer's tan, baby.
Yeah,
Fine, kicking some field goals.
Yeah, just go kick some field goals, dude.
That guy, is he a kicker or a lineman? That's a big dude.
Yeah, he's too big.
Coach Gomez, what's up with the big old 49er banner you got behind you?
Oh, man, you jealous? You jealous or what?
Come on, man.
Beautiful.
Oh, man, what are you doing with that?
You don't remember RG all football season tweeting?
That's right.
Commenting us.
You had a roommate, right, Padilla, that was a Niner fan as well?
He's still crying on the corner over there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're
Jimmy Garoppolo got you guys probably as far as you can
we
get.
brushed that off. That's nice.
Yeah, Jimmy G, man. You know, I'll bet anybody here $1 that he's the MVP this upcoming season.
I'll take that bet. I will take that bet.
JB, you already owe me $1, JB. You already owe me.
Bet it
Double
back.
or nothing. All right.
Double or nothing.
All right.
Hey, Coach.
There you go.
Yeah. Coach
Yes.
Gomez,
Yes.
tell. I know a little bit of it, but I think everybody would enjoy it because we're getting a chance to meet everybody. Tell everybody a little bit about your story because we got to hang out a little bit down at the Fat Tony event, right?
We have never hung out, Capo. We have never hung out. We have never met in person. But it's like you're my brother, so it's all good.
No, I feel bad because there's another guy named Coach Gomez who calls
Coach Perez.
Coach
Sorry.
Perez, maybe.
Perez,
Coach.
yeah.
There's a bunch of coaches in the
watch
chat.
my face get red.
It's that wine, man. It's that wine.
All right, so now I feel terrible, but go ahead. Like I'd like to hear what you got that 49er stuff going on. Talk to us.
No, man. Just born and raised. I'm a native San Diego. Born in Oceanside, California. So I'm repping the North County. Yeah, I'm the bro from the 760. This is all I know, San Diego, right? But no, I was.
You hear that, Snatch?
Yeah, I was feeling where you were going.
Don't do that to me.
In regards to the your life story there, and I tell people this all the time. And so I'm a consultant. I work in the consulting world. I help organizations achieve greater results on an organizational level. Sometimes it is on the individual level with their leadership training, leadership, executive coaching, whatever it might be, just to do better things, whatever that takes. But that reminds me, there's a book, and I recommend it to you all, but more importantly, I recommend it to your kids. Get the book. It's a quick read. It's called Man's Search for Meaning. Some of you may already
Search for Meaning?
Yeah, it's by Viktor Frankl. You guys might be familiar with it already.
Write it on your phone, Cap. You're going to throw those notes
I didn't
away.
know I have to take some notes during this.
Yeah.
Got a brand new sheet of paper. It's the first thing on my sheet.
Austrian neurologist, Holocaust survivor, but he talks all about, having the right mindset no matter what the situation is. And one of my favorite quotes from him is, everything can be taken from a man, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. That's the last thing that we really have control of, right? That's the last one of our freedoms that we have, to say, you know what, no matter what's happening, the way I think about it, the attitude, the mindset that I take towards it can shift it all, no matter how bad it gets. And for a lot of us, hopefully most of us, it's not going to get as bad as the situation that Viktor Frankl was in during that Holocaust. So if he can get through that just by shifting his mindset and thinking about things differently, heck, I think it could help us no matter what situation that we're in. So I thought about that as you were telling your story there, Kaplan.
I thought we were gonna get drunk on this call. Now we're getting all serious.
We are.
Getting all serious.
Read this. Drunk, which is why we're all getting so deep.
Ironman motivation, book club.
By the way, I'm the all-time designated driver to tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm the guy that's always driving people around. So,
Coach, how did you get into this? How'd you get into this whole thing?
About 18 years ago, somebody believed in me and asked me if I wanted to get into this stuff. I had no idea what it was. Ignorance on fire. I said, yeah, put me in. I don't even know what the heck's going on, but I'll figure it out. And that's how it started, man. And 18 years later, this is what I'm really passionate about, because at the end of the day, it's helping people that want to be helped. If you don't want to be helped, I can't help you, no matter what I do. But if you're willing and you understand a little bit about what the resources and investment that it takes to get there, then I'm there to help you along, man.
Coach, what was the book? Man's what?
Man's Search for Meaning.
Thanks.
All right. Now,
have we talked to everybody?
No, hold on. I got a question.
Okay.
For the two ladies.
One got up.
And one's got a man behind her, so this is even better. What makes you guys keep coming back to the show? Because obviously the female demographic is one that is always an interesting listen in a male-dominated area like this. What keeps you guys coming back to the show?
Well, I've been a listener from the beginning. So I used to wake up with Scott and BR in the morning. So
what?
Mine's been over the years. How long has it been, Scott? Years?
It's been like 19 years, yeah.
Yeah. So I've been, and then before that was Hacksaw.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Used to wake up with Hacksaw?
Charger. Oh, yeah. The best 15 minutes of radio, baby.
That's right.
But just keep coming back. It's just the show has grown and matured and changed. And I've just been there every step of the way. And now I really love how it's still scary sports, but how we talk about everything. So, and the interaction is fun too.
I don't think we mentioned sports at all today during the show, which you guys will watch later, I guess, but I really don't think we talked about. I mean, Kevin did, but the three of us didn't.
Kevin Harlan's amazing.
After this, we'll be right.
You guys had Kevin Harlan today?
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan is
for like 45 minutes.
Dude, he's at home. He's chilling out. He's going off on all these topics. You've never heard him like this. And if you're a fan of his work, you'll love this guy, because he's not talking about what happened last night between the Lakers and the Clippers. He's just talking about real life. And it's really cool.
And explaining everything in vivid color, huh, Scott?
Oh, dude. Wait till you hear. He talks about that. He does. Juliana, so you've been with us for 19 years. Wow. And are you native San Diegan?
Yes. Native San Diegan, Charger ticket holder, past tense.
Oh, boy.
Past tense. I don't have a Charger hater card, but maybe I should get one.
Scott has a bunch.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh my God. Look at that.
There it is.
Have you gone to any games in LA?
Maybe Mailman can give it to
I've
you.
been invited to a couple games in LA that up to
Carson?
I want to go see the stadium. I think that's my interest, is seeing the stadium more than seeing the game.
Go to a
Go to a
soccer
Rams
game.
Go to a Galaxy
Watch it
game.
with the Rams.
Yeah, go to a
Watch it with
Galaxy
the
game.
Rams.
Well, I still want to go. I still want to go see the Raiders.
The Niners, maybe once a year.
Woo!
Alex, before you kick us off the call here, just a couple stories for Scott and Browner. Scott, first, I try to channel my inner Kevin Harlan, Scott Kaplan when I'm reading my son Dr. Seuss books. Crazy goose with the long floppy ears and the silly eyes with dots all around them. So I think that helps him really absorb the children's books real well. And Browner, I don't know if you guys have heard of the white rapper Lil Dicky.
Who?
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky's great.
Yeah, so he's got this show called Dave, and he's got this hype man. So every time I watch the show, I think of you.
My son loves that show. My son absolutely loves that show.
I haven't watched an episode of it, but I'm going to get to it on Hulu.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, wait, Christopher Moreno, we haven't really had a chance to hear from you, but you're around a lot of the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
You're kind of caught up into our ecosystem, which we love. What's going? I see a guitar behind you. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man.
Play some.
What's up?
Play some.
Oh, no way, dude. I would never embarrass myself like that. No, I love your show, man. I mean, I have a lot of respect, man, for what you guys do on a day-to-day basis. It's amazing, man. You guys were living COVID, dude, before COVID hit, last May when the signal went out. So it's cool, man. It's a lot of inspiration coming on your end, man. So I'm just an appreciative fan, and there's so many funny things you guys do, man. It makes me laugh. Like Browner talking shit like he's gonna beat up Muggsy Bogues on the court. Like that's just not gonna happen, dude. A 5'3" dude would roll up on him and wipe him clean. So like there's so many funny things, man. I could go for days, but I certainly enjoy the entertainment, man. So it's fun.
Wait, so you don't think I could take Jud Bushler?
I don't think you could take Muggsy Bogues, dude.
No, dude.
I didn't talk about Muggsy yet.
He brought up Muggsy.
When was
He
the
brought
last
up Muggsy.
time that you played pickup basketball?
Legit hard pickup basketball?
Yeah.
About a year and a half.
Okay, dude. No, man, you're out of shape, dude. You better hope they haven't picked up a basketball in that long.
JB,
there's no way.
JB, do you go short shorts and really high socks?
No, man. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What?
See?
No?
This is what starts happening. Look, it'll take me about
All-Star.
it'll take me about 3 weeks to like hard condition.
There you go.
To
Yeah, you gotta
get ready. But yeah, dude. Once I get there, it's good. It's
okay.
good time.
All right. Well, good luck with that, dude. Bushler, just
Dude, Bushler's in a gym every day. He's an assistant coach for the Knicks, dude. He's shooting a ball every day.
Yeah.
Trash.
Oh man,
the Knicks are trash. It don't
All
matter.
right. Hey, we had a
new member in there.
We had a late entry. Tommy Faraci just joined.
What's up, Tommy?
Versace Faraci.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Tommy.
I gotta see Tommy Faraci. Where is he?
He got the you got the Lakers up too. What's up, bro?
Oh,
You got the Kobe
The
behind
white
him.
guy. I thought for sure he was Asian.
He said he was Italian.
I thought Faraci was like 65 years old.
I thought he was
98.
French.
That a 98 Padres hat you got on there, Tommy?
Got the Kobe back there though.
I don't think he has audio on.
Yeah, he doesn't have the
You would think a guy as young as Tommy would be technologically sound.
It's like Browner's mic.
Who's the
Man, see,
tallest?
here we go. First of all, Mike is golden, bro. Don't do that. You know that
Oh,
the
man.
mic levels. The
Here's-
mic
Oh,
levels.
who's the 8x8
100.
calling number? No face.
I don't know who that is.
Everybody's on. Oh wait.
Oh, wait, we haven't heard from David.
David.
What?
Yeah, we did.
He was boating in
He's-
in the
he's
jet
on
skis
the
and shit.
yeah.
Hey, I missed that earlier. I had a.
Dude, he's the fucking guy in Tiger King rolling down the jet ski, dude.
Pretty much, dude. Watch. Let me see if I can turn it around.
Tiger
Look at
King's
this
good.
guy.
Wait, where you at, dude?
Right there at the harbor.
In downtown San Diego?
Oceanside, watch.
Oh, Oceanside Harbor.
No, this is Oceanside, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
check it out. That's
Oh
the
man, how about
beach.
that? The beach looks.
side.
The beach is.
Oh, I know exactly where you are, dude.
That's the harbor part right here. Yeah, dude.
You and Coach Gomez
Yeah, man.
repping the side.
Let's see.
Yeah. Hey, that water still look brown and filthy? Is that
Oh,
what's still going on?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
It smells like gas.
Oh.
You hear about that Jim, the guy, the gym owner that got arrested in Oceanside
Yeah.
for opening up?
Yeah, did you see him, by the way? Did you see him? He had all these dreads and he had this, the headband and the shaved like a pro wrestler, dude.
That guy's Anthony Idol's buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Anthony Idol? Where is he?
Where is Anthony Idol today? That would've
Anthony's
been-
on the show all the time, man.
He working on a new suit.
That's
Alex
true.
doesn't
That's
like
true.
him.
That's true.
I don't like
that-
anybody, according to everybody.
Oh, Lockhead.
That'd be a great.
I love everybody.
How about
Actually,
Jason
Bert
Lockhead?
sent me a picture from Havasu the other day, yesterday.
Oh, did he run into his girlfriend?
I was just gonna say, who did he have on his arm?
No,
Oh, good question.
Wow.
he sent me a
Damn.
picture of his feet, which is gross.
That's
Come
gross.
on, man.
Hey, what do you want me to do? You know you can't control Bert.
Who sends people feet pictures, though?
Yeah, that's
Never
weird.
showered in a locker room.
Hey, listen, don't. That's nasty. Do not shower in the locker room, okay? It's gross. There's no reason to do it. You have a shower at home. There's another person right next to you washing off all they wash off. You don't need that. Gross.
Sandusky.
Don't forget about our homeless friends, JB. We have some homeless friends.
Dusty.
Yeah,
But
no.
listen.
Don't
That's a
drop the
different
towel,
situation.
Sandusky.
I
That's
have
a
a
different
question.
situation.
Go
Why
for
do
it.
you guys all shower together anyway?
Thank you.
Hello.
Gross.
Hello.
Juliana has a very elegant chair and a really nice backdrop. It's a nice house, Juliana.
I've never
See,
understood the
Juliana-
whole
no, you see,
the
Juliana,
whole
you
like
said it,
urinal
dodge the
thing,
question.
dude. That's like it goes like the shower thing and the urinal
going to
thing.
the
Like, why don't
bathroom?
we have dividers at guys'
Right.
restrooms either? You know, that's gross.
Yeah, men's restrooms are disgusting.
They have them in the
Absolutely.
women in the gym, and the women's all have separate.
I hear
Women
women's
get-
restrooms are worse.
Women get far more respect when it comes to bathrooms than men ever will.
They do.
It's not even close. And
But women-
again, Juliana, they didn't answer your question when you asked why do they all have to shower together. You see how they tried to duck and dodge around that. You know why.
Why?
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Bert,
why, JB? I don't
Answer
know
the
why.
woman's question, fellas. Answer the
Maybe-
woman's question.
let me jump in and answer. Look, I have a question, and I'll give my answer as a question. I got done with practice, and I would shower. Yeah, there were 80, 100 guys, whatever, okay? After a game,
Jeez.
you want to shower and clean up so that you could go to the tailgate party afterwards or go right out to wherever you were going. You're telling me that any game you played in, you would have to go home first, shower, and then go somewhere. Me, I want to leave the locker room showered, ready to roll. I mean, I don't
You get
understand.
sick. If you don't shower after you work out, you get sick. That's
Hear
my
that,
dad-
Browner?
Yeah,
Listen.
how are you supposed to get your back?
My what?
Your back. We gotta help each other out.
No, bro. Nope. See, this is what I'm saying.
Hey,
Too much of that.
figure out your audio
No.
yet?
Oh wait, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You did, because it started on the upper back. Next thing you know, you're on the lower back. Then you're in the danger
Oh,
zone.
man.
That's why I don't. Nope.
Wow.
Then you're at Bert Grossman's feet.
Yeah, then you're.
Exactly. Now you're in there giving manicures, and I'm good, bro.
Oh man.
I pass. Y'all can have that. Even now, when you go to the gym, all these old dudes walk around butt naked. Cover that up, bro. Cover that up. I didn't come to see that.
The last day I was at the gym
You're-
before all
you're
this
having
happened, dude. I walked in
With listeners.
the gym. He's periscoping, I think. I walked in
Yeah,
the
no,
gym.
Yeah, I am
and,
periscoping.
and there was a dude, an old man,
Periscoping.
butt naked, having conversations about real estate in the gym. I'm like, dude,
Come on, none of that
Put
real
it-
estate.
put a towel on it, bro.
His leg, like one of his
Kinda
legs
like-
on the bench.
It's like kind of going to the
The
nude
worst-
beach. You think it's a good idea till you get there. Then you get there, you're like, oh my god, wait a minute.
Ladies, when you go to the gym, hold on, ladies,
He's like, hey, Alex, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly like that, dude.
ladies, when you go to the gym, are women naked in there too?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I go
Oh.
home. I go home. I get my stuff and go home and shower.
See, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that in women's locker rooms, and you see some weird stuff. Like I've talked about guys in locker rooms that take the blow dryer and blow dry their balls and stuff. I mean, girls, you see some really weird stuff in women's locker rooms.
Yeah.
Ladies do weird things, right?
I get out of there as fast as I can, Scott.
Marianne, anything, talk to me. Anything
I don't go to the gym anymore. I do everything here now, or I do all my exercises here and I go for walks. But when I used to go, they were doing the hair dryer thing. You know, they're just free. I would be behind closed doors, but they would just dry they're those people that just don't care. They'd be drying their hair stark naked. So yeah.
Juliana, you're just missing out on the full benefits of your membership.
True.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up. If you guys have any questions for Scott or Browner or me, go for it.
What are your questions for me for?
Questions.
People want to talk to you, man.
When is this going to be on?
This is a great question. When is this going to be on, Alex? I think what we ought to do is start a new series called Great Friends Gatherings or something, or Happy Hours with Great Friends.
Great Friends Happy Hour.
Great Friends Happy Hour. And then what we should do is we should air this not necessarily within the show. It should be its own standalone thing.
Yeah, something separate. Yeah.
You know, because what I'm getting from people right now, even on Twitter, is how do I get into this call?
Dude, when you guys watch the show today,
They have to be special.
there you go.
Hey guys, we're pioneers, guys. Hey, this is a special group right here, all of you.
Today, when you guys watch the show, the street fight between the two dudes, the two neighbors, is absolutely hilarious. Obviously, Kevin Harlan is always fantastic, but the fight on the street is a fantastic conversation.
Is that what is you doing, or is that highlight of the day?
No, listen, the whole show.
The fight was so good. The fight is our live sport coverage of the day.
Yeah. Couldn't wait.
Hey, Scott Kaplan.
Yo.
When this thing, all this lockdown stuff gets settled, hopefully you'll get another like a Tio Leo's thing. That's the last time I saw you guys in person was when those the Yacht Boys with Linda and you three guys were there at Tio Leo's. I think the station had just closed.
It was just about to close, and we knew it was going to close, and it was probably like the Friday night before, or something like that. We knew it was closing, and we knew we were in trouble, or maybe it just did. I don't remember exactly.
I think you were trying to keep it going, but it hadn't quite, completely closed. But anyway, hopefully things will calm down and you guys can do something like that, because I really miss those events, the Callaway things you used to do, and all the Padre games and all that.
Even doing the Toby Wine tour.
Well, I think that maybe the first thing we ought to do. Everybody certainly lend me an opinion here. I think the first thing we ought to do is exactly what you just said. Let's all put together like a Temecula. It doesn't even have to be a tour, just a hangout party, because we should go up there, give Toby some love, spread some love up that way. But really, more than anything, like for me, maybe one of the best things we ever did was this past Christmas when we did that yacht party, and we did because what was so great about that was we didn't have a radio station. Nobody was there to support it. It was Browner, it was me, it was Alex. I mean, it was literally just the three of us putting it together. And then we put all those people in a place where you couldn't go anywhere. So we all were together and we spent a lot of time together. And so I think going up to Temecula is a great idea. And I'm looking forward to the days when we can go out, not wear gloves, not wear masks, hug each other when we see each other, and go back to normal life.
Absolutely.
Hey, Scott, I think a great idea would be just to, maybe those gatherings or whatever that we target some of those struggling small business, especially the breweries. We can all hang out, since the theme is like a happy hour with great friends. Let's see if we can go to one of these breweries that are, struggling a little bit, man, and kind of boost them up and get the word out. And, you can do one in Temecula, in San Diego, North Park, East County, everyone.
Do a tour.
But yeah, man, believe me, it would really benefit them.
Jeff, what do you think? You have a suggestion?
Hey, man, those guys would love it. I'm telling you what, these guys, there's only a few Stones and Carl Strausses out there, but the rest of these guys are, they're living on a shoestring.
They're struggling, man.
So, yeah, they're struggling. They'd love something like that. Trust me. And you could start in Ocean Beach, and you can mosey to Point Loma, and you guys know there's 150 different breweries out there in San Diego County. So
yeah.
From me personally, guys, go ahead. No, I just want to say thank you for doing this. To me, the key to a lot of this, and Alex is going to disagree because he hates people. But it's the I'm just kidding. It's the interaction, whether it's online or live in-person events. If you guys can figure that out, you're going to be golden, and that goes for any people doing this. But thank you. Yeah. It's great to hear everybody. It's great to see everybody. So now when I'm the chat, I'm going to be more respectful. Farachi, I swear to God, Farachi, I thought you were like 65 years old. I'm not kidding.
You got some sports knowledge.
65-year-old Asian, right? Can you say something, Tommy? Can you say something yet?
I think he's frozen.
Are you on, Tommy?
Nah.
Hey, Alex.
He's not working.
Your music. I loved your music when you played it for your Coronation, your pancake video. I love the music you played in the background.
Yeah.
I love those. And I love your mishmash review too, John. I love all your reviews, both of you. I've missed them lately because Alex, you haven't done them lately.
No, I've been cooking a lot, but I haven't videoed them because my kitchen is not very video friendly. But I got down last night. I should have videoed it yesterday.
My next video, I'm going to Not Tacos to visit Sam the cooking guys.
There you go.
Good. Okay.
Nice. Right? Double negative.
The personal vendetta continues.
Yeah, give a real review. Yeah.
I will. Listen,
Karma's a bitch.
Look, Sam the cooking guy was a big influence because your beginning was all because of what Sam said. I heard that whole podcast.
Sam's great at.
I've been wanting to change the beginning forever, dude. So I just took advantage of it.
Sam is great, and Sam is very smart at what he does, and I have fun with it. I don't have anything against Sam. I congratulate Sam on his success. I just like to have a good time. I'm not afraid of criticism because no one's perfect, and everything that we're doing can be rounded out. Again, this is a big clay ball. We're doing something that no one's done before. So we're working with a big old clay structure. We're trying to build a statue. How big the statue is going to be and how it's going to look, only time will tell. And so when I give Sam shit for giving us shit, it's just all in good fun. But I am going to absolutely go to their taco place and bomb it.
But what
if it's good though?
What is interesting though is that I get these push notifications from YouTube where Sam says, "Hey, this is the best cheeseburger I've ever made," and then you realize that when you go to YouTube and you search, cheeseburger or cheese or burger or anything, he's just using keywords to help people find him in their search engine, and like Alex and Browner always say, those are sort of evergreen things, which is why you'll notice now, when we name our YouTube videos, it's episode 196, Kevin Harlan. So if anybody were to search Kevin Harlan or Tom Brady, we're all learning. I mean, we all came from the traditional media world and we're having to adjust and learn and you guys would crack up. My son, his most entrepreneurial friend is 20 years old. This kid was on the phone with us the other day. You're about to see, we have a new page on YouTube. It's called Scott and BR Clips. So if you don't want to watch 90 minutes and you want to watch 5 minutes of Kevin Harlan, we'll give you just the 5-minute version, and then maybe you'll be inspired. You'll want to watch the rest of it. But this is a 20-year-old kid going, let me explain to you from a kid who grew up on YouTube, not from guys who grew up on television, It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then now we're going back to radio, like old people.
Alex, I'm bummed about the Lakers season. This is our year, man.
This is the Lakers.
This is not your year. Stop it.
Every year is the Lakers
wow,
year,
here we go. This is not your. It could have been.
Look at the Bulls, man. How they look.
Man. Bulls are trash.
There you go. Well,
Browner still thinks Derrick Rose is an all-star, so don't listen to him. We don't know.
He is.
Oh my God.
He is. He was 6th in the voting. You need to be top 5.
So he wasn't an all-star.
Nah, he don't get there. He back. He like Tyson. I'm back.
Who here would pay to see Mike Tyson fight Evander Holyfield right now? 50-year-old dude.
Right here.
Marianne's not into it.
Watch it for sure, but I wouldn't pay for that.
Yeah, see, not a lot of hands going up, not a lot of agreeing.
It's like half.
I would want to watch it for sure. I just don't want to pay for it.
pay?
Hey guys,
You know?
that fight, Tyson Holyfield. I mean, I remember it's kind of like one of those historic events. Like you remember where you were at. You know, when he bit off the freaking ear. I remember exactly where I was at, man. I swear, exactly what I was doing. I could almost remember what I was drinking and eating, man. That's how I remember that fight. It's incredible.
For me, I remember exactly where I was when Buster Douglas knocked him out. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Buster Douglas, who? Just knocked out Tyson? No way. Yeah, I remember exactly where I was.
I'd much rather pay to watch Mike Tyson just smoke a bunch of joints and just let him start talking.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. Like, he's got stories in there, man. Like, I went to his one-man show. The guy's got stories in there that I want to hear. That's more entertaining to me.
That would be entertaining.
Him punching a bag is cool because it's 10 seconds. But you really want to watch him fight Evander Holyfield? Like,
how'd that UFC fight go down the past weekend?
They were all crazy. Like
Tyson and OJ hanging out.
There you go. I want to hear that story.
Yours truly.
Maybe Tyson should fight OJ in his next fight. That would be worth.
See, I'll pay for that.
So y'all better watch out. OJ gonna bring that knife.
What knife? You said he's innocent.
Wait, what knife?
You said he's innocent, man.
Against Mike Tyson, you better bring a knife. What you mean?
No, I think he would break out. Here's how I would fight him, and then he would explain exactly how he would do it.
I wouldn't fight Mike Tyson, but if I would, this is how I would do
it. What about a 3-rounder Tyson versus Andy Ruiz?
For Andy Ruiz, I watch that.
Yeah, right?
Only if Andy Ruiz eats tacos before the fight, then I'll watch that.
Right.
Comes in at 270.
Yeah.
You know, they can both just blow themselves out. No cardio.
Tyson looks good on the bag.
About Nicolas Cage Tiger King series yet?
We haven't. I don't know why we never got to it, but we didn't.
I know, that's weird.
We
haven't talked about shit, dude. You guys don't understand. You guys, this is a little insider thing. I fucking prepare content every day to fill a 4-hour nonstop show. Like every day. How much do we get to it?
No, because Scott goes off
2%.
on
2%.
Not even.
Yeah.
I go off. I blame it on Browner more than anybody. Browner is so consumed with like his.
Because he's arguing about everything. Scott.
Right. He just wants to. He got to be right about everything. So then it has to you got to just unwind it all.
Hey man, listen. Everybody need a fall guy, and of course, Scott Kaplan would blame the black guy.
Fake news. Hey, that's fake news, man.
Cold-blooded, man. That is cold-blooded. You're going to blame me for that. You know damn well I ain't the reason why that's happening.
Cold, Scott. You're cold, man.
Man.
That ain't right. That is not
Winter
right.
is coming.
You guys have to keep it that way, though. If you're going to go back to traditional radio, it cannot be traditional. You got to keep it just as it is now.
You know, I'm so glad you said that, Juliana. Prior to us coming on, I was waiting for everybody to show up. I didn't realize that Alex had everybody kind of waiting. I was on the phone with this guy, Bill Hagan, who bought 1090, or it's not really he bought it. He has the license to program it. And then I was on the phone with this engineer. And for the previous hour, we were on the phone with this company in New York. We're like literally talking to 3 different companies. I'm telling you guys all this. Nobody knows this, but we're talking about doing something that's never been done before, which is a virtual radio station. We've all learned now. We've all learned about broadcasting from wherever you are. Think about it. We used to have 1090. In 1090, there was all this hardware. There was all this software. People had to run the board. They had to fire off commercials. There were sales guys on the other side of the building. We don't need any of that anymore. All we need is to be able to connect from here to the tower in Mexico. And then when we take commercial breaks, which will be much fewer, we'll have to be able to play spots. But I was talking to this guy, Bill, today. He's like, Scott, I listen to the podcast every day. A lot of times you'll see him in the YouTube chat. He's like, I don't want you guys taking commercials every 10 minutes for 5 minutes of commercials. I want you guys to talk for 45 minutes. And then if you have to take a 10-minute break, take a 10-minute break. Screw it, you know? Yeah. And so that's, I mean, that's like the first part of doing something different is not being so consumed with ratings and commercials.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you guys did a really good job when you did your CBS Sports. I listened to that through Sirius XM those evenings that you did that. And I thought you handled those commercials really well. It was like you had just done it the day before. You were just so on target.
You have no idea, at least for me personally, dude, how much easier it is to do a show when you take a break every 9 minutes, every 10 minutes. Like it was so. I don't know about you, Scott, but for me, I was like, it was like a break every 10 minutes. I'm like, cool, tough, sit here.
I had a full dinner in between a commercial break, like a full. The way I cooked it. I mean, that's how long we had.
You know, we picked it up.
We were going to take that CBS job, and I think Alex and John would agree. We were in Miami at the Super Bowl. We were talking to all of their executives. Everybody was talking in future tense. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They said to us, they go, we don't have anybody on our staff that activated people in social media the way you guys did. All we did was say to everybody, take a picture of wherever you're listening and send it to us. Thousands of tweets came in from people all over the country. I'm listening on 105.7. I'm listening on 1700, whatever. And they were like, nobody here does that. I'm like, because you guys are all consumed with people's on-base percentages rather than trying to really involve people. So we were going to take that gig. And then Corona hit, and they literally called me and said, we're on a hiring freeze. We're firing people. People are taking pay cuts. We're sorry. And that was unfortunate because I actually thought, you know what? 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. is a time of day where I'm not usually doing anything, and I'm certainly not making money. If anything, I'm spending money. Shit, let's do it. And then that thing fell apart.
And that Rona showed up.
Alex wasn't too disappointed though.
It wasn't too bad. It was just doing both shows was a lot those 3 days. But it really, that schedule, dude, I'm up till 1 any day, anyways, every day. To me, I don't wake up early, dude. I don't I told Scott, don't expect anything from me before 8 a.m., dude. Like it's just not gonna happen ever.
Yeah. See, and I'm like, I can't even stay up till 11 o'clock.
Why'd you start having everybody chime in with Big Macs and then having Browner saying Big Sacks?
I don't know how Browner decided to go, oh, right, Big Macs? Okay, you're talking Big Sacks. And I'm like, we are? And then it just
because I had just shot the Tory Holistics video. I was going to light a joint on the show, and they almost jumped through the screen on me. So I just had to go with Big Sacks in honor of Tory Holistics.
Okay.
So what? He got a rolled up sack in his pants.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Browner, that's impressive. That's a line out of a rap song. That's pretty fucking. That's rad that I had that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was good. That was good. I ain't gonna lie. That was good. That was
Start laughing in the middle of your rap.
Hey man, stop hating on my artistic view. Okay.
What was your fucking rap name again? Pope Snatch or something?
That could have went platinum, man. Snatch, a.k.a. Pope John the Hustler. It was a lot of names, man.
Pope John the Hustler. There it is.
It was a lot of names, man. It was a different time.
Pope John.
Yeah. Pope John.
Different times.
Oh, man.
Don't make me get in the studio. Yes, don't make me get in the studio. I can still drop a hit.
Please do. Please do.
Studio's
Right
closed.
after that matchup with Bushler, dude, you should hit the studio up, man.
I'm a smash Bushler. Y'all keep talking like Bushler got game,
Dude,
man.
you should do a return album and call the album "Corona Made Me Do It."
I'm gonna do it. I'll do an LP. I'll do 4 tracks. I'll do an LP.
Steve Kerr lives down here too.
Do the remix.
Yeah, I will. It'll call. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah, true. It's not funny.
How about not Taco Tuesday?
Or that.
Whoever wins between Browner and Butchler gets to take on Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Dude, Steve Kerr will smash
Kerr
both
ball
of us.
everybody, dude.
You know, apparently he can swish like 100 free throws in a row and barely loses to Steph Curry.
Bro, listen, dude. Steve Kerr is the most underrated. Look at his resume. He gets the least amount of respect of any athlete still active, whether it be coach or player, that I've seen in a very long time. People don't disrespect Greg Popovich like that. People be disrespecting Steve Kerr all the time. Dude, Steve Kerr can still ball, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Alex, did you say that Judd Bushler is an assistant coach with the Knicks?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, I had no idea. I'm such a dumbass. Like the other day, I'm texting with him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm selling my apartment in New York," and I'm like, "What are you doing in New York, dude?"
Yeah, he bailed the Lakers last year.
Dumbass.
New York.
Oh man.
Oh my
Yeah, when you're like he's traveling, I'm like, okay, yeah, the NBA's kind of trying to come back, so it made sense.
God, I just feel like so stupid.
Yeah.
Something I should have known. So.
All right, everybody, this was fun.
Cheers to this whole crew. Thank you guys so much. Great ideas. Can't wait until we can come back and hug and handshake.
And honestly, I would just want to say thank you all. You guys are always super like engaged with the show and watching the show, and we can't do this shit without you guys watching. That's for fucking damn sure. And so thank you guys, honestly, for the three of. I'm sure they'll say thanks, but I wanted to say thank you guys.
I hope it was as good for you as it was for me.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right, you guys are the best.
Much love, man.
Cheers to everybody. Have a great day. Happy hour. Great.